Right, hello you buggers, it's Duncan here from DKG here. On the issue of Burnies pickup covers, or pickup veneers, which I've made, Ben has been on the phone to me and he's requesting for a different kind of veneer which reveals the pole pieces, which is fair enough. It's not a problem. I can still use these on something else if anybody wants them. You know, you can give me a shout. So this means it's going to be a much thinner veneer because the shortest protrusion of the pole pieces on the very high and low end strings, the pole piece is like 1 mil at the most, protruding from the pickup cover. So we have to make some very thin veneers. And I also have to drill the holes for the pole pieces to go through the veneer, and I need to do that accurately. So I've quickly knocked up a rig. I'll show you. I've found a pickup cover which has the same spacing of the pole pieces. I mean, that's one thing you've got to be careful about when you're storm coming. That's one thing you've got to be careful about when you're getting. If you've got some pickups and you're just going to get some pickup covers to replace them, is you've got to make sure that spacing's right, because not all pickups are the same. So I'll show you what I've got. Very quickly, I'll show you the wide before I go in closer. It's a very simple drill press. It's not, you know, a full-on proper drill press, but it's a one where you can mount in an electric drill in there. I have a sacrificial block for drilling through if I accidentally drill all the way through. That's been clamped with a ruler that's been double-sided down. There's the pickup, and there's the material in its rough raw state before it all gets cleaned up. And there's a pickup that has been double-sided down, hopefully nice and straight. I'll check that before I start drilling onto there. So I can now put that on here, move along each spot and get an accurate cut. Yeah, you may have noticed I am in a little bit of a hurry because in about 20 minutes time I'm going to be heading up to the hospital to see the missus, who's still there. They're going to name a ward after her, I think. Right, let's just check, make sure that that's good. No, it's not. You'll see I've got a little bit of electrical tape around the drill, so as I'm drilling into the wood, hopefully I don't get any tear out on the cover. I don't want the cover damaged if I can help it. So I'm just centering. Alright, I think that's good. Sorry if I bumped the camera is very close. So hopefully by the time I get to this end, yep. Okay, let's see how this goes. a tiny bit of damage to the pickup cover. Tiny. The more astute of you may have considered the fact that I could have just used the pickup cover to try and mark the holes and then drill them. I could have done it that way. So there you are, hopefully all nice and straight. Hopefully. I mean, this is not the most accurate drill presses in the world. It's good enough for my purposes at the moment. I would like a better one, but yeah, I can't fill the entire workshop with new equipment. So now it's going to be I think I'm going to do this one on the bandsaw, because if I use the table saw to create the veneers, I mean, each blade cut's like 3mm, so I'm going to lose a lot of material just by cutting it. Bandsaw blade's a lot thinner. Hopefully I'll be able to get some nice thin veneers. Hopefully. Let's have a look. Okay, so I've taken my sacrificial block again, and this time I've just double-sided the just double-sided the cut-off piece with all the holes in it, just to help that keep that vertical, so it's not going to try and wobble. I've set the bandsaw at around about 1mm, and I'll give this a cut, and then we'll check it up against the pickup. Right, let's swing over to the no endorsements, not today. I tell you what, my new knobs on my camera rig are coming in really useful, because so I'll take this out of my mouth, because I would normally have had to just like cinch these up with a spanner. Okay, let's have a look. I think they're wet because I've been holding it with my teeth. This one's just going to be thrown away. Oops. Right. Okay, so the holes need a little bit of a oaring out. But that, to me, is too thick. Alright, I'm going to go thinner. Okay, so you didn't need to see me cut that. I've just cut a thinner piece. I mean, it's still got all the bandsaw blade stuff marked, so that will need cleaning up. So it will go thinner still, yet. And let's just see how that's going to. Well, I think that, you know, it could go thinner still. And I think any thinning out from here on in, I do by hand. Right, cut some more of them. In fact, I'm just going to keep cutting this stuff until there's no more left to cut. And I'll bag them up, ready for another project. So there you go, a whole handful of picket veneers. at least for this size of pickup pole piece spacing. Like I say, the holes just need a little bit of reaming out. I want to do that by hand. Little cleaning up. I mean, it'll probably just take nothing more than like a tiny spindle sander, just spinning it by hand, just to clean those up, and then everything will fit nicely. I will cut to size. Again, all pretty much by hand. You know, I could possibly use the other pickup cover just to route out, or route the sides out. Maybe I'll do that. I'll try that on one, see what happens. Anyway, that's it for now.